All right, I wanted to show what we did wrong, but I was just going to go through the whole thing again real quick just for a refresher in case if you need to do this again. So I'm going to start at the top myself. So I'm going to select my avatar, except at the actual avatar. I am going into parameters, and I'm going to add a new parameter. I'm going to call this other shirt, and I'm gonna use bools. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use integers. That's what you used. I'm gonna keep it consistent with integers. I'm gonna make a parameter called other shirt, and then I'm going to go into my menu here, and I'm going to add a new control, which is already apparently here, called other shirt, and I'm going to make it a toggle, and I'm going to assign it to other shirt. Okay, so that part is set up. Now I go over here into animator, and I'm going to create a new parameter. I'm going to call it also other shirt. So the part that really matters where you line up the names is this parameter needs to match the parameters here, and then that parameter needs to match the menu parameter here. Those are the things that matter. Almost everything else doesn't matter. So going to go here and add a layer called other shirt. I'm going to give it a weight of 1. I'm going to select it and find where on my playfield it is. Okay, and I'm going to create 2 empty states. I'm going to call this one the other shirt off state. And this is going to be my other shirt on state. And then I'm going to create a transition to here and a transition to here. And in this transition, the condition will be that other shirt needs to equal 1. And the condition for this one is that other shirt needs to equal, needs to not equal 1, though equal 0 should work just as well. All right, so now I need to make an animation for the motion here. I'm going to go into animation. I'm going to make sure I'm selecting my avatar and not anything else in the scene. I'm going to create a new clip. I'm going to call it other shirt. And I'm going to add the property of my shirt and is active. Now this is exactly where I went wrong, is I did not realize that it created an in keyframe here. So this animation is actually 1 second long, and its default state is to have this off the whole time. So what we did and what we need to do is go to this first step, frame, and create a keyframe there, turn that on, and then turn this one off. Now what was happening for us was that since it was a second long by default and we had 1 frame active, is that after 1 frame it would turn on and it would be on for effectively 1 second, and then since loop was turned on, it would start over and do that again. So it was flickering out of existence for 1 frame, and then when we turned loop off, it would just play the animation once. It would come on and turn back off at the end here. So we want to delete that last keyframe so that the entire animation is just 1 frame long, and then we want to go to the project and other shirt and turn off loop as well, so that when it plays basically just once to the end and stops there. Now back in the animator, in other shirt here, we want to say we want to use the other shirt animation, and that should be it basically. Is now from end to end we have said from the menu, we say, okay, here's a menu option, go turn the other shirt parameter on to 1 when it's on, and that then assigns the other shirt parameter here to 1, which then the animator is looking for that other shirt parameter over here. And then this layer, and you can actually put these in any layers you want, I think, but then this layer has the 2 states, off state and on state. The off state doesn't really do anything except exist as a starting point. And then the condition, when that other shirt parameter turns to 1, then it transitions to the shirt on state. And when it's on the shirt on state, it plays the shirt animation, and the shirt animation has 1 frame and it turns it on. And so as long as it's in this state, it is technically playing this animation, and when it reaches the end of animation, it just stays on that last keyframe, so the shirt stays on. So when that condition changes to not 1, then it leaves this state, and then that animation goes away and any changes it made. So it just basically deletes the animation from the model, or turns it off effectively, and it goes away, and then you're back to not having a shirt on, like that. So that's everything. And then you go in the game, of course, and you know how the menu works. So I hope that's helpful and clears things up.